Welcome back to the last night on Earth. So like you saw before, usually zombie players roll only one die as opposed to heroes that roll two dice. However, this card is going to help us out. It's called ERG. I love that name. And it reads, fight, which is exactly what we're about to do right now. Play this card to let a zombie roll 2 extra fight dice. So this guy is going to be rolling not 1 but 3 dice this turn. 1 that he's allowed, and then 2 extra ones. And then what does it say down here? Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Okay, gurgle, gurgle. Let's see if we can wound her. Look at that, another double. How in the world? Okay, it doesn't matter because the zombies get to roll 3 dice. Now she is lucky. It's one of her skills. She can have the zombies re-roll. So this is going to be a tough one, but we've got to try, right, zombie? And if she didn't have that skill, that's a lucky skill, we could actually have won, because the zombie's got a 6. But let's see if she's obviously going to use her lucky skill to make us re-roll that 6. Let's see if they can come up with another 6. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. The zombies get a 1, and she has a double, which means she actually kills this zombie. This heroes, man. So this zombie is a goner. Still, the heroes haven't found what they need to find. So that's our fight heroes. And now we can place newly spawned zombies. But if you remember, we got a lousy 2. So there are no heroes coming up to the platform this turn. So on to the hero's turn. Alright, so the sheriff is going to start. He can't search because he's not in a building. He's gonna definitely want to use his ranged weapon. He's just thinking where to go. So we're gonna roll and see how far we can move. Alright, so he's got a 4, not bad. We're gonna try and move this way just so that we can be closer to the rest of the heroes. It's good to have them together. So 1, 2, and he's gonna move 1 more. But he doesn't want to move too far because he wants to use that revolver. And he needs a range of 3, which right now he's got to that red zombie over there. So he's moved. He can exchange weapons or items, but there's nobody to exchange with. So we move on to shoot a ranged weapon. So we've got our revolver, and this time we get a 5, which is good. That means we can go ahead and kill that zombie. So the killing is not bad, but I'm thinking if we don't start searching soon, we're gonna run out of turns. So let's go on and go ahead and move the next hero, or use the next hero down here in the hospital. So we're gonna go ahead and use the nurse first. Since Jack has that revolver, we might want him to go out there and shoot at the zombie, but we'll worry about Jack later. Right now, let's go ahead and use the nurse. She's going to go ahead and use a search action. The nurse finds dynamite. Not what we need, but let's see. It's a ranged weapon, which is good to have. You must have a fire item to use dynamite, which she doesn't, but Sally does. And discard to throw at a space within range. Roll a d6. And then we kill some zombies, but we'll worry about it when we actually get to use it. But it's a ranged weapon, so that's not bad. So Sally could now exchange items with Jack, but we're not going to do that. And then we could use a ranged weapon, but we need the fire power, which we don't have, and we have no range because it's only a range of 2. So we're going to skip that and fight zombies. There's no zombies to fight, so on to the next hero. We'll go ahead and use Jack. So Jack could use his weapon and start shooting zombies off, but instead he's going to search just because we need to get some items. He gets a signal flare, which is a ranged weapon. He has a range of 4, so we might actually even use it this turn. I'm going to keep it. This weapon is exactly the weapon that we're going to use. We could go to number 2 and exchange items. We could exchange this weapon with the nurse, but we're going to go ahead and keep it so that we can use it. You'll see now that we're going to shoot a ranged weapon phase that this weapon is very powerful but very limited. It's range 4. You may target one zombie within range, roll a die, and then the zombie is killed on a roll of 2 or more, which is easy to get, but then we have to discard it afterwards. So we've rolled and we actually got a 5, which means that another zombie is dead. So we're taking the zombie out. And now on to the last hero this turn, which is Sally. Sally gets a first aid kit. It reads, discard to fully heal any one hero in the same or adjacent space, except during a fight. So she'll keep that and we'll keep searching for those items. That's the end of the hero's turn because she can't shoot a ranged weapon and she's not going to fight any zombies. The first thing we're going to do is move the soundtrack marker. There are now 12 turns left. Next up, we're going to draw zombie cards. The zombie player currently has 1 card, so he draws another 3 cards. He's got a play immediately card, so we're going to resolve that. And this card is called a living nightmare. Okay, play immediately, which we're doing. At the start of each zombie turn, including this one, discard the top card from the hero deck. If this discards the last hero card, the heroes automatically lose. Zombie heroes roll 2 extra fight dice, and this card remains in play. Okay, that's pretty bad. So we're gonna go ahead and discard the first card in the hero deck. Lucky for us, it's not one of the cards that we need. It's an at last card. Alright. The zombie player actually has another play immediately card. It's My God. They've taken the... That's the name of the card. And play immediately. What it does is roll a random building and place a taken over marker on it. Place a zombie from the zombie pool in each empty space of this building. No hero may enter the building or search here. If the building has already been taken over, reroll. Zombies placed here may not move this turn. And again, this remains in play. Why do I keep saying in place? So let's roll for the building. The rolls is a 5, so we're going to go ahead and look at our game board. And the number 5 is pointing towards the L shape that has the hospital, but also the airplane hangar and the diner. So now we need to roll again to see which one of the buildings is going to be affected. The roll is a 3. And if we look at the small little numbers down here, the hospital has a 3. So that is the building that we've chosen, or that has been randomly picked. Now we need to place a zombie in each space. This is going to be fun. We placed our taken over marker. We're going to now place a zombie in each empty space. So every space except for the space where the heroes are. So now these zombies cannot move this turn, but that doesn't mean that they won't be able to move the next turn. So you see how finally we have zombies everywhere. Fun for the whole family. Just when we thought that the zombies were gone, there they come again. We have zombies in the hospital and one lone zombie all the way on the other end of the board. But don't worry, friend, you're not alone anymore. Okay, so that's our play immediately cards. We roll to spawn new zombies, but we get a 2, meaning that we're not going to get zombies this time around. Now we get to move our zombies. Remember, the zombies that we just placed cannot be moved this turn, so we only are going to be moving one zombie. And the zombie moving is that guy over there. He moves 1 space, ready to reach his dead guy friends. And we go to fight heroes. There are no zombies and heroes in the same space, so for now the heroes are okay. And finally, place new spawn zombies. But remember, we got a 2 this turn, so no new zombies. On to the heroes. The first thing we might want to do is get these guys out. Now, I'm still trying to search so we can get the stuff that we need, especially since now every turn we're going to be discarding a card from the hero deck because of that card that the Overlord, or you can tell I play other games, the zombie player just got this last turn, which makes us discard a card every turn. So I'm going to go ahead and try and roll, see how far I can get away from these guys. Let's play with the nurse first. She rolls a 5, so as far away as possible. 1, 2, 3. And she's going to go into that building just so that next turn she can search, only because we are in such need of items. 4. I realize the danger is still kind of close, but again, we just want to search as much as possible. Now we can exchange items and weapons if we could, but we can't because there's no one with us. Next up is shoot a ranged weapon. She's got a ranged weapon, but she doesn't have the firepower to use it. And last, fight zombies. She's not going to be fighting any zombies. So on to the next hero.